What is going on, warriors and farmers of Tamaris? Back again with another video. This episode is going to show you the ultimate guide for the 5 sun lizard that is dominating the open field PvP. If you are not using the 5 sun lizards, then you don't know what you're missing out on. This video is going to show you the different sun lizards that you can use for the physical units and the magic units. If you're new here, like, share, subscribe, leave some comments down below. Let's get right into it. Alright, warriors and farmers of Tamaris, before we get started with the video, gotta make a quick announcement. If you ever plan on buying bundles in Call of Dragons, I suggest you get some dragon tickets. If you're gonna use those dragon tickets, you can check out my referral link to the PLUTOMALL in the description section down below. I'm also gonna pin the link in the comment section. It helps me out as a partner content creator during the evaluations. So make sure you get your dragon tickets by using the link in the description section down below. So let's get back to the video and talk about the 5 sun lizards in Call of Dragons. It is dominating the open field PvP. They are doing so good. 5 sun lizards that provide you with some kind of good healing, making you immortal in open field PvP. This is beneficial in so many ways. You can last long and you can do more damage through the normal attack. So before we get to the guide, let us talk about why the 5 sun lizard is the real deal in Call of Dragons. First of all, this 5 sun lizards has been in the game for a very long time. Many people were already using it. But back in the days, things were not so difficult in Call of Dragons like what we have right now. Back in the days, we only had Goresh and Skogul in the game as the best infantry. So these two marches can do some kind of counterattack, but it's not too extreme. So people didn't really care about the 5 sun lizards. They used DPS pets back in the day. Now, if you go to everybody's profile, let's rewind the clock back to maybe 1 year ago. If you check out people's profile, you're going to find out that they haven't completed this conquest mission, which is the tip of the spear. The one that shows you how much infantry merits you have on your account. Is there a way I can share this? Let me see. Okay. As you can see here, I have acquired now 50 million merits with Infantry Legion because infantry is my main troop type. Now, back in the days, many people had this mission at pretty much like 5 million infantry merits because nobody cared about infantry. And then things started to change. The devs decided to introduce this crazy infantry hero in the game, aka Kuma. And Kuma decided to take things to the next level. He's got crazy HP debuff from here, HP drain, and then he's got 100% maximum attack. This one is going to let Kuma do a lot of counter-attack damage to all legions that attack it. And then every single player and their grandma decided to invest in Kuma. You have like 200 players in every single alliance and each one has a Kuma and a Lei Quan for the open field. So that's like unlimited flow of Kuma and Lei Quan in the open field. You're gonna hit them and just die from the counter attack. To make things even crazy, devs have introduced 2 counter attack heroes in the game right now as well. And guess what? People are investing in them. So not only do we have Kuma and Lei Quan, now we got Joren and Ella as well. So the open field is gonna be dominated by these 2 heroes. And if you go to the Battle Abyss, you're gonna see that it is also mostly dominated by infantry over there. So 5 sun lizard is going to be a very big deal in Call of Dragons in helping you out in the open field. For now, I'm going to show you how to build a sun lizard for the mages, sun lizard for the archers, sun lizard for your Elk Riders. Before I show you the builds of the sun lizard, let us see the typical behavior of the sun lizard in the open field when you fight your enemies. So I got 4 marches here with the sun lizard, gonna bring them out. The sun lizard is always gonna heal on turn number 2 every time you enter battle. So you can use that as an advantage to kite your enemies and just keep healing. You hit them for 2 seconds, then you back away. Hit them for 2 seconds, you back away, you just keep healing. So we're gonna hit this range sun lizard. I mean this range darkling. You're gonna see that on turn number 2. After 2 normal attacks, we're gonna get healing. There you go. 2 normal attacks, you get healing. Let's walk away again. And then we try again. Okay, so we hit the enemy again on turn number 2. 1, 2, we heal. and then we walk away. So as you can see, every 2 seconds when you enter battle, your Sun Lizard is going to heal. And when you heal, you're going to get more troops. The more troops you have, the more damage you're going to inflict on your enemies. The more troops you have, the more counter attack you're going to inflict on your enemies if they attack your legions. And when you have the Sun Lizard, you're going to be able to preserve stamina when you fight your enemies. Without the Sun Lizard, you're going to take too much counter attack that your legions are going to die real quick. And you'll find that your stamina is gone real fast. So these are the true benefits of the Sun Lizard in Call of Dragons. We're going to begin by showing you the guide of the Mage Sun Lizards. Going straight to the pet sanctuary, and we click the Sun Lizard and show you the 4 core skills of a Sun Lizard. Okay, so this is what a typical Mage Sun Lizard looks like. The first 3 skills that you need on your Sun Lizards are going to be the talent skill, which is the Stone Aura. You're going to put the Divine Blessing, and you're going to put the Tranquility. Those are the 3 main skills that you need on your Sun Lizard. And then you're going to have to decide if you have a lot of ambers to use. You can put this or you don't have to. It's going to be up to you, but this one is going to help you heal a little bit faster. With this skill, I think you're going to need 270 agility. Like mine now is only 235, which is not good use of this skill. You're going to need 275 agility. That way you can knock off 2 seconds from this healing, which means you're going to heal every 4 seconds. For example, with this skill, when you have knocked off 2 seconds, you're going to heal on turn number 2, you're going to heal on turn number 6, and then you're going to heal on turn number 10. So without this skill, you're going to heal on turn number 2, then you're going to heal next on turn number 8, and then you're going to heal on turn number 12 or 13, give or take. So this is what a typical Sun Lizard looks like. You're going to put these 4 core skills, which is the way to go. Now, once you have done this, you're going to have to decide what you need to put next on your Sun Lizard. First of all, you don't need a lot of skill slot for your Sun Lizard. You just need to regenerate and get good attributes. The attributes that you're looking for are intelligence and agility. Try to get them as high as possible. With agility, you're going to need at least 270 if you plan on using Advanced Stone Aura. You're going to need a lot of intelligence as well. So these are the 2 that you focus. Everything else is going to be a bonus. If you get like 4 or 5 or 6 skill slots, you should be good to go with good agility. And when you have put all these 4 core skills, it is time to decide what to put next. If you're going to be using a Thea with your Sun Lizard, you're going to have to put the Heart Wall on your Thea, because this one is going to activate skill number 4 for Thea. I think it's also a good idea to have Poison Gland on your Lizard if you're going to be using it with mages, because it helps you with HP bypass. Guess what? We got lots of infantry on the field for you to hit. So Poison Gland is going to be another good one. So let's go to the skills and see what else we need. There are some other skills that you need. We have another healing skill here known as the Great Care, but I don't know if this one is very important. I feel like you should prioritize Sudden Epiphany for the mages, because take a look at this one with 298 intelligence. I am getting almost 4% magic attack, which is massive. Gonna help you do more damage through normal attacks. Through hero skills, also you can do some crazy counter attack damage. Now, if you put this one needs a trigger chance. Triggers once every 8 seconds. So 10% chance to trigger. You could miss this one. This one is gonna be permanent. So this one takes priority number 1 for your Sun Lizard. I mean, the healing is good, but I feel like Sudden Epiphany is gonna be more useful. Other skills to put on your Mage Sun Lizards are also as follows. You got Shield Breaker to break the defense of the enemy. You got things like Gentle Breeze. This one is going to help you dispel a buff effect from the target legion. You know, those of Kuma, they get a lot of buffs. So this one could help you deal with Kuma significantly. You got Pure Strength. This one can help remove a debuff from your legion. So it's going to be up to you to decide. All you got to know is that you need to put the first 4 core skills on your Sun Lizard, and then everything else is going to be extra. You can put it depending on what you're looking for. For example, you can build one Sun Lizard with this Gentle Breeze. And then the other Sun Lizard, you're going to put Interruption. That way you can mess with the enemy Venomous Lizard and you can mess with enemy War Pets, help them not trigger their War Pet skills and let you do some good stuff against them. So for each Sun Lizard, you can put one of these awesome skills to help you out with your enemies on the field. What else do we have here? You can also put Robust Body if you want. We got the likes of Terra Barrier. I don't think these ones have high priority. We also have Attack Mitigation right here that you can put on one of your Sun Lizards. So just pick and choose, put different ones on different Sun Lizards to help you out. You also have Outburst of Rage that you can use on your Sun Lizard. The main 4 core skills are these ones right here. Once you put them, you are good to go. This 4 also applies to the Sun Lizard for physical units like the Elk Riders and Archers. Up next, we're going to check out the Sun Lizard for the Archers in Call of Dragons. So let us see how you can build one. What a typical Sun Lizard for Archers looks like. Okay, so here is a good one. First of all, you're going to need the 4 core skills like I just mentioned. Let me see, you put these 4 skills on your Sun Lizard for your Archers. And then up next, you got to add some stuff. Chain Strike is going to be the next one you put on your Sun Lizard for your Archers. This is a must have. You don't want to miss out on this skill. Once you have this skill, you're going to have to decide what you want to put next. If you want more healing, you can put the 3-star version of the Advanced Chain Strike you can buy from the end of the season. And that's going to put you at 3 agility skills, especially if you already have the Advanced Chain Strike already. So that is 3 agility skills already gone. Now, if you don't plan on using Advanced Chain Strike or the Advanced Stone Aura, you can add the Intense Chain Strike for your Archers. That's going to work pretty good. These 2 skills down here are just for testing. Let us find out another Sun Lizard. Okay, so here is another Sun Lizard for the physical units. You can also put the Fierce Attack if you want and the Intense Fierce Attack. This one is not gonna operate very well because the Sun Lizard do not have a lot of good luck. But I think it's better than nothing. Help you do more DPS, especially when you already have a lot of healing. I think this could be a good way to go. We got another one here. Let me see. Yeah, so these are some of the Sun Lizards that I have on my account and what they look like. The main goal is to have the 4 skills that I mentioned and then put Chain Strike and then add other skills depending on what you are looking for. It's going to be up to you. And with the Sun Lizards, you can also go with this skill right here for the physical units, which is the Manic Might. You need to see if you have a lot of good strength, then you can add a Manic Might. Help give you some permanent physical attack instead of going with something like the Great Care that needs like 10% chance to trigger every 8 seconds. But that's going to be up to you. You can decide if you want more healing or if you want more damage. Another skill you can add on your Sun Lizard for your physical units could be Eviscerate and the Timely Strike. This is going to go well on a Syndrome pet, especially if you want to utilize those crit rates. You can try and put these 2 on your pet. But first, you got to put the 4 skills that are needed for the Sun Lizard. So these are the skills that you need for your Archer Sun Lizard. It could look something like this. Just add the necessary skills later on. I'm going to be building mine very soon. It's a work in progress, so going to take some time. The final Sun Lizard build that we are going to check out is going to be the one for the Elk Riders. With the Elk Riders, you can just use the Sun Lizards that you use for your Archers. But Elk Riders have a lot of rage regeneration, especially when you hit 5 targets with the Wild Barrage. You're going to get a lot of rage real fast. And I think having a Fierce Attack on your Sun Lizard for your Elk Riders is going to be beneficial. I mean, it doesn't trigger a lot, especially with the low luck if you add Intense Fierce Attack, but I feel like it's still going to be a big deal on your pet. So with your Elk Riders, you got to put the Fierce Attack and also add the Intense Fierce Attack. It's not going to be a lot, but it's better than nothing. You can decide whether you want to put Chain Strike or not, but Chain Strike is going to be good also. Help you trigger some stuff from your talent trees. So this could be a good thing to add. And other skills are going to be up to you. You will have to decide what you want to add next. If you have good strength, you can go with Manic Might, which is a good option. You can also put stuff like Interruption to mess up with enemy pets. You can put Gentle Breeze to mess up with those of Kuma. Maybe knock out one debuff here and there, or one buffs here and there with the Gentle Breeze. You can put Poison Gland to try and bypass the enemy HP, but I think you need to put Fierce Attack on your Sun Lizard for your Elk Riders. I think this could be very good. So these are the builds that I have for you for your Elk Riders in Call of Dragons. You can also decide not to put the Fierce Attack. It's going to be up to you. There are so many skills that you can add. Just remember that you need the 4 core skills of a Sun Lizard, and then the rest is going to be extra. You just have to decide what really works best for you. So these 4 are the 4 core skills that you need on every Sun Lizard. Then everything else is extra. And that's pretty much it for the 5 Sun Lizard here in Call of Dragons. It's dominating Call of Dragons right now because of the crazy counterattack that you get from Kuma and the new infantry in the open field. If you don't have the 5 Sun Lizard, you are going to lose out on stamina. It's going to be painful. So you need to put this 5 Sun Lizard in your roster to help you out. The good thing with the Sun Lizard is that they are very, very cheap to build. The skills are not very expensive. With DPS pets, you're going to have to spend a lot to try and get them to a good level. DPS pets need you to put them to 3-star talent for them to be very good in the open field. That's not the case with the Sun Lizard. At 2 stars, they are already going to perform very, very well, and they are cheap to build. So you don't want to miss out on this in Call of Dragons. Another question that I get from people is, can I use a Sun Lizard on Infantry Legion? And the simple answer is no, you don't want to do that. Do not waste your time with the Sun Lizard on Infantry. It's not good. If you're going to build Infantry, go with the Venomous Lizard, which works with all the different Infantry. And then if you're going to be an Infantry main, it's not a bad idea to try out other Infantry pets and see how they work as well. But this is what the 5 Sun Lizard is doing in Call of Dragons, thanks to Kuma and all the crazy counterattack from the new Infantry heroes as well. Hopefully the devs can decide to buff the DPS pets in the game and change it. I hope they bring some healing skills for DPS pets in the game in the future. That's gonna be awesome. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new, subscribe for more content. Until then, talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.